Hey everyone, this is Tom Cafarella from Ocean City Development. Today we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of real estate marketing. And these do's and don'ts have been a compilation of literally spending millions of dollars on motivated seller marketing and countless hours, countless failures, I should say. So don't number one is do not market only when you need a deal. And this is the biggest mistake that I see newer real estate investors making. They run around, I call it the real estate investing hangover. They run around, market, find a great deal, and then they stop marketing. They spend all of their time on the fix and flip or trying to wholesale the property. And then all of a sudden they wake up one day and they have no deals, right? And that's the real estate hangover. You get paid on the deal that you just closed and you don't have anything in sight, and you wake up after being so exciting on making money on that first deal to then realize you've got nothing going on. So it's really super important, if I can't stress this enough, is that you market all the time. There's not a specific time of the year. There's not a specific week or day. You need to constantly market to get face-to-face with motivated sellers each and every day. So do not just market when you need a deal, market all the time. Don't number two, do not market to the same list every single other person markets to in your area, right? So the list that everybody always asks about, the absentee owners, the notices of default where people are behind on their mortgage, there are so many people marketing to that same list that the odds of you getting a deal from any one of those particular lists are very low, right? So the name of the game in real estate investing is to get as little competition as possible on a home sale. So how do you do that? You market to people that others are not marketing to. So the way that you actually want to do it, instead of buying a motivated seller list, is you want to build a database in your market of the homes that you want to buy. So you want to come up with what we call a property avatar. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term avatar, it's basically a list of all of the characteristics of a home, right? So you might like a specific neighborhood, you might like a specific style of house, you might like a specific age of house, right? So you're going to come up with the property types that you like. And then you're going to add to that the avatar of the particular seller. So we know in general what types of sellers sell to me. And the types of sellers that sell to me may be the same types that sell to you, or they may be a little bit different. For example, I know that in general, the people who sell to me have equity. I also know that they've lived in their home for a long time, usually 20 to 30 years. And so we come up with the types of properties that we like, the types of sellers that are most likely to sell to us, combine that list, and again, using the do number one, market to them over and over and over again, but we don't use the same worn out list that everybody else uses. Don't number three, don't buy a super expensive website, okay? This is one of the things that I see newer investors doing all the time. I don't know what it is, but I guess, they believe that they need a website that costs thousands upon thousands of dollars, or they try to hire a virtual assistant to create a website, and then it comes out looking like absolute garbage. So I will tell you, this is a mistake that cost me thousands of dollars. Probably not just a couple thousand either, probably realistically hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the mistake that I made was that I built an unbelievably fancy, really nice to look at website. And I thought it was great. But the reality is, what you're looking for with a website is not for it to look nice, but for it to convert. And by converting, I mean that when people go on it, they give you their phone number and they give you your email. That's really the only reason why you want to have an investor website. So making it look really nice is actually not important. And in fact, the website that I have now, which you can go to at www.oc buyshouses.com. Doesn't look that nice. And it's an Investor Carrot website. So if you Google search Investor Carrot, they are specifically a website company that is specific for real estate investors. And their sites are designed to convert. So when people go to the URL, again, type in my URL, you can see it's not fancy, it doesn't look nice, but it serves the purpose it needs to serve, which is to get people to fill out the form and give me their email and give me their phone number. So I will tell you that I have over doubled the amount of people who give me their email and give me their phone number once I made this conversion. And these Investor Carrot websites, I believe the current price is about $50 a month. So they're actually going to be less expensive than hiring a fancy website developer, and they're going to convert much better. So don't spend a ton of money on websites on day one. Don't number 4, do not spend your marketing dollars on mass media campaigns, okay? TV, radio, billboards. The issue with these, outside of them being super specific, is you're paying to reach people whose house you don't even want to buy. You know, when you run a TV or a radio commercial, you're also running ads to renters, to people who don't even own homes. And you have to pay for that. So for you to get that big TV audience, you're going to pay for people to hear your ad, to see your ad, that you can't even buy their house. So do not spend your money on mass media advertising. Spend it on targeted advertising. So we talked about in the beginning, creating your own database for the specific area that you want to buy houses in, creating your property avatar for the types of properties that you like to buy and your most profitable deals, and creating your seller avatar, the characteristics of the seller that is most likely to sell to you. So do not spend a lot of money on mass media campaigns. Spend it on targeted campaigns and use mailers, cold calling, and internet ads, Facebook and Google, to generate leads, because you can be super targeted with all 3 of those. Don't number 4, do not drive for dollars. I hate driving for dollars. It is the biggest waste of time. Driving for dollars, if you're not familiar with it, is the concept of driving around a neighborhood that you like to buy houses in and finding beat up properties. And the reason why it's really bad and just a very foolish way to market is that instead of you actually getting face-to-face appointments, you're spending all of your time driving around looking for beat up properties. There is no correlation between a beat up property and a seller that wants to sell at a discount. In fact, by driving for dollars and targeting those really beat up houses, you're actually cutting out your very best deals. Your very best deals in this market specifically are sellers who are willing to sell at a discount, whose property is actually in pretty good shape. Those are your best deals. So when driving for dollars and looking for properties that need tons and tons of work, all that you're going to find are totally beat up properties, and there's not going to be any correlation between those beat up properties and a seller selling at a discount, as crazy as that might seem intuitively. Because motivated sellers, they sell based on a specific life situation, right? So maybe they had a death in the family, maybe they had a divorce, maybe they're behind in their mortgage, but it's not because their house is actually beat up that forces them to sell. So just because their house needs a new roof, they don't say in their heads, oh man, I need to sell my house today. It actually just doesn't happen. So don't drive for dollars. Create that database, right? So instead of spending your hours driving around looking for beat up properties, spend hours actually prospecting to the people in your database. And you want to do that, again, by phone, if you want door knocking, mailing, and internet ads. So all of this stuff, again, all these do's and don'ts came from spending millions of dollars on marketing, split testing, which is the concept of trying a bunch of different things, different marketing methods with a small difference in a variable. So if we're running a Google ad, a little bit different wording. All of these mistakes cost me money, cost me time, but there is a way for you to completely shortcut this in your market. So right now what we're looking to do is we're looking to partner with investors in local markets across the United States in a true partnership where we only make money where you make money. So when you make money on a deal, we put a little bit of that piece in our pocket. So if you want to learn more about how to implement my marketing systems and my strategies and my tools into your market, go to www.realestateinvestingiseasy.com and put your email in. Once you put your email in, you're going to be prompted to watch a webinar that's going to talk about how I can help you get face-to-face with motivated sellers in your market doing the right marketing activities. And even if you don't want to work with me, go to that website anyways, put your email in, because you're going to get 2 additional huge benefits. You're first going to get invited to my Facebook group, my private Facebook group that you can only get into when you put your email in at www.realestateinvestingiseasy.com. When you put your email in, you're going to get an invitation to this private Facebook group called Questions for Tom. And how the group operates is that I monitor for questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and anytime you have a question on anything in general, what works in marketing, what doesn't work, you put the question in there and I personally respond back to it within 24 hours. The second benefit that you're going to get, even if you don't want to work with me, is you're going to get free tickets to all of my in-person training events. Okay? So you're going to be able to come visit me at my office in Boston or attend one of my out of Boston fix and flip events. So again, go to www.realestateinvestingiseasy.com, put your email in for all of those benefits. Thank you for watching the video.